Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It is the first day of 2025 and I had a really great workout this morning. I did my Pilates class and I was one of three. Usually these classes are always so packed, but I kind of figured it wouldn't be that busy today just because I'm pretty sure a lot of people are either hungover or just sleeping in. And we also went to the casino just to place a few parlays and then just played just a little bit. Had some breakfast, which was so delicious. I had a chicken fried steak and over easy eggs. I've never had chicken fried steak. It was pretty good. I was more craving like just regular steak and eggs, but I still really enjoyed it. It also came with hash browns. Chase and I already started 75 hard and we are on day 5. We didn't want to start on the first day of the month or of the year. We just kind of wanted to get it going just to kind of really motivate us and not wait until the first of the month. So we enjoyed the holidays and now it's just kind of like time to take it serious. And if you don't know what the rules are for 75 hard, I will place them right here on the screen. On the days that I do Pilates, I am going to be doing 3 workouts a day since I won't be getting as many steps in Pilates. So my goal is always 10 to 12,000 steps a day, and I've been exceeding that by a lot, so I'm very happy about that. And I've also been drinking lots of water. That's been my issue throughout the whole, I don't know, the last few years. And I mentioned before, I love water. I have no problem drinking it. I just lack the motivation. But I've been doing over 128 ounces a day, and then also getting my electrolytes. But yeah, so far it's been going pretty well. Chase and I did 75 hard last year, and we weren't as strict on the diet as we are this time. So I'm hoping that we can see really good results by mid-March or beginning of March. I can't remember when exactly it is that we're gonna finish. But yeah, so far it's been good. 2 days ago, I meal prepped some veggies and then also some rice. So we had some veggie bowls last night, and then we will have that again today for either lunch or dinner. Most likely dinner because I'm still really stuffed from breakfast. But I cannot wait to take you along with me, and it is going to be a January reset to write in my journal. So I'm very excited about that. And then I do have a new book haul at the end of the video. Always my favorite part of filming, and it is time for the book haul. I've got 5 brand new books. It was originally supposed to be 6, but there's a Frida McFadden book that I bought in December, and Chase ended up buying it for me for Christmas. So I ended up returning it, and I got a gift card because I know that she's coming out with a new book this month. So I am going to be on the lookout for that, and I cannot wait because I just cannot have enough Frida McFadden books. So let's get started with the book haul. And I will start with the book that I'm currently reading right now, and that is The Ride of a Lifetime. And this is from the CEO of Walt Disney. This is part of my 75 hard book, so I'm only reading 10 pages at a time. I think I'm on like page 56. Yes, I just finished page 56 this morning, and it's been pretty good so far. So that is what I'm reading right now, and it's just lessons learned from 15 years as the CEO of Walt Disney Company. And I think this is such a great book. This guy is very dedicated to the company and his employees, and so far it's been a good read, and I will update you once it's done. Last time we did 75 hard, I ended up reading 2 books, so I wanted to make sure that I had an extra book. And this one is The Psychology of Money. And it says, doing well with money isn't necessarily about what you know, it's about how you behave. And behavior is hard to teach, even to really smart people. Money, investing, personal finance, and business decisions is typically taught as a math-based field where data and formulas tell us exactly what to do. But in the real world, people don't make financial decisions on a spreadsheet. They make them at the dinner table or in a meeting room where personal history, your own unique view of the world, ego, pride, marketing, and odd incentives are scrambled together. In The Psychology of Money, award-winning author Morgan Housel shares 19 short stories exploring the strange ways people think about money and teaches you how to make better sense of one of life's most important topics. This is something that I thought was very important. I saw it on TikTok, and like I said, I really want to save money this year and not spend as much. So I'm hoping this changes my views on spending because, yeah, I can really use the help. The next three were gifts from my sister for Christmas, and the first one is Summer in Seattle. I thought that was so sweet just because I live in Washington and I cannot wait to read it. I think this might be the first book that I read in the summer. And it says, summer days dating life is underwhelming to say the least. A couple of bad relationships have soured her on finding Mr. Right, so she's been searching for Mr. Good Enough ever since. Being unfulfilled, a little bored, along with a sex life that resembles a slice of unbuttered toast, is what she's come to expect. Convincing herself she needs something more doesn't occur to her, until the night she literally runs into the guy who lives next door to her best friend. After she almost face plants like a drunken ballerina into the glistening chest of Zeus's son, her world begins to spin out of control. Xander Scott is everything Summer has vowed to avoid. Tall, drop-dead sexy, tattooed, and confident. Summer can barely string two words together when she's around him. He's a leading man in her world of supporting actors. He doesn't fit the mold of what a boyfriend should be. Not to mention, guys like him don't fall for girls like her. Xander tries the slow and steady route to win her affection and is making headway until a complicated relationship from his past almost proves to Summer why she stays away from guys like this in the first place. It will take everything he has to convince her otherwise, but when he does it, it's all the sweeter. How cute does that sound? Like I said, I think I'm gonna read this in the summertime and I can't wait. It just says summer, like just the cover and everything. So I think that's really cute. The next two were actually on my TBR list on my Amazon account, and which my sister and I share. So I always keep that up to date and I always let her know that. So the next book is called Wild Love. She's been driving him wild for years. The good kind of love, the bad kind of love. But mostly the kind of wild that comes with wanting your best friend's little sister and knowing you can't have her. Forbes may have labeled Ford Grant the world's hottest billionaire, but all he cares about is escaping the press, opening a recording studio in gorgeous small town Rose Hill. Something that comes to a screaming halt when he ends up face to face with a young girl who claims he's her biological father. Now he spends his days balancing business with parenting a sullen 12-year-old, all while trying desperately to keep his hands the hell off his best friend's sister, Rosie Belmont. After living in the city, Rosie came blasting back into town like a storm. Beautiful, messy, and chaotic, and one-eyed, desperate plea for a job is all it takes for Ford to hire her. Her vows to keep her at arm's length tries to stick to scowls and grumpy one-liners. But with her, verbal sparring is a type of foreplay, friction that soon turns to blistering heat. Ford knows damn well he can't cross the line, but he shouldn't and can't are two very different things. And the only thing he truly can do is resist her. First of all, the cover alone was something that just stood out to me. But who doesn't love a story about like wanting what you can't have? And I don't know, it's pretty interesting and I hope I like it because it's been on my list for quite some time. And speaking of quite some time, this last book is The Wedding People, and this has been on my list for a long time. I don't know why I've never bought it. I'm glad I didn't. It was a nice surprise when my sister bought it for me. And yeah, so let's read the back. It says, the wedding, no, that's not it. Here we go. I always forget that sometimes they're inside. A propulsive and uncommonly wise novel about one unexpected wedding guest and the surprising people who help her start anew. It's a beautiful day in Newport, Rhode Island when Phoebe Stone arrives at the Grand Cornwall Inn wearing a green dress and gold heels, not a bag in sight alone. She's immediately mistaken by everyone in the lobby for one of the wedding people, but she's actually the only guest at the Cornwall who isn't here for the big event. Phoebe is here because she's dreamed of coming for years. She hoped to shuck oysters and take sunset sails with her husband, only now she's here with him at rock bottom and determined to have one last decadent splurge on herself. Meanwhile, the bride has accounted for every detail and every possible disaster the weekend might yield except for, well, Phoebe. Phoebe's plan, which makes it that much more surprising when the two women can't stop confiding in each other. It turns absurdly funny and devastatingly tender. Allison suspects the wedding people is ultimately an incredibly nuanced and resonant look, finding paths we can take to places we never imagined, and the chance encounters it sometimes takes to reroute us. That one seems really good. I feel like I might read this. This might be my January book. I feel like this is a good way to start the year. And I will make sure to update you guys on all of these books. Initially, I had bought 4 books to read in December. I was only able to read 2, and the last one was The Christmas Tree Farm. And this is 1 out of 3 books. I was very disappointed in the book. I don't know, the first 2 were really good. I just did not like the main character. I felt she was just very, I don't know, just very like angry and bitter, and I don't know, it just didn't make it very fun for me. The cover's really cute, but other than that, I don't really have much to say about it. It wasn't terrible, but it's not something that I would read again. She's a really good author. I like her other books, so I'm excited to see if she has any new books that are coming out this year, and I will be on the lookout for that. But I am going to close the video out here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.